Now live, sir.
So good afternoon to all. I welcome all the deans, directors, professors, faculty colleagues, staff, students of Centurion University, Odisha, Centurion University, Andhra Pradesh, Gramtaran, and welcome to our President, Vice President, Vice Chancellor, Centurion University, Odisha, Vice Chancellor, Centurion University, Andhra Pradesh, Provost Sir, Provices, and esteemed members of Board of Governors and all the students present here, all of you, a warm welcome. Today we are celebrating the 11 years of Foundation Day. So we had been to earmark the occasion, we have celebrated this from 17th till today. We had different activities, different events, and we had been going live every day from 3:30 to 5. So today is the grand day when we are having all our esteemed members here to address. So I would request Professor Dr. Muktikanta Mishra, President of the University, to please give his address. Sir.
Thank you, Anita. I think I am audible now.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, pranam sir, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Good afternoon to all of us, and I wish that all of us are taking care of our health. It's a very difficult time, and let me start. This is a real journey of Centurion, and I must thank all the students, parents, and teachers. What we have been with us, and who have left us, and all the employees of both Centurion and Gramtaran family, Government of Odisha and Government of India. So today, whatever we are, wherever we have reached with our journey, in fact, Centurion is always, we say, is a story more than an institute. So we owe to the all the stakeholders, especially to students and their families, and all the teachers. And Gramtaran has played a very important role. In fact, today I had requested the journey we had started, Dean, myself, and Dhanada. So I had requested Dhanada to join us. I hope that he has joined, or he will be joining us soon. So in this Centurion, as I said, that is a story, and the story has been always community focused, and that will remain community focused. All our work, whatever we do, whether we set up campus, whether we take up skill training with whether BPL or going to various places to start our work. Andhra Pradesh taking this.
Yes.
I think we request others who are not speaking can mute, so that so that whenever somebody speaks, they unmute, and people who speak they do not speak and mute it. So this our activity will remain community centric. Of course, the COVID, because Odisha government decision has been very proactive on this to take steps to close down campuses, which has affected us quite heavily in Odisha. But having said that, our focus will remain that we work with the farmers, both marginal and small farmers, which we are doing in Paralakhemdi or across the state. We conducted training. So through GTET or directly, university took up consultancy for with a central tool room to do work with IITs in Andhra Pradesh. So always that wherever there is a community connect, Centurion has been working and will continue to work. And all our efforts, whether it is a micro business center for the slum or getting started to rural campuses in my village to Palangi to Raigada, other than the mother campus, Paralakhemdi, even Vijayanagaram campus is also in very rural area. So we have been very focused on rural areas. So that will stay. So I don't want to repeat that, what we have done. So that's whatever we have done, we have done. The most important thing will always be social impact, which has been mission possible for us. And we will definitely continue to that further. I should thank especially to the team from Parlakhemundi in Parlakhemundi campus who could run or assist government during the first COVID phase and second COVID phase to run the hospitals. They did a fantastic job. They protected themselves, but while they were very progressive, proactive, and passionate about helping the district administration, which we did, and Anita took a lead from the front. So City Jobs a special mention about it, but the entire administration worked. So during this time, the director administration from Durga Padi, his team, and supported by or helped, well supported by Anita, has been also worrying out. Today, the campus, I am told that is zero COVID case in the campus. That itself is a big achievement. So it's because there's a large number of people stay on campus. So all these things will continue. We will always explore opportunities, possibilities to work with the administration, how to be of use to the community. The institution has no meaning unless until it can cater to the needs of the community around it, within which it exists. Like we are running camps. So in Balangir to Parlakhemundi to Bhubaneswar, we have been running camps for vaccination. So that itself is not a small measure in any count. So that we have been doing, and it started with Balangir. So Pradeep Sodangi did a fantastic job there to launch that. He got all the students from the moment the students were allowed below 18, all the school students, he got vaccinated. So Parlakhemundi has been running it. Bhubaneswar campus has been running in. Rayagada has been working with the district administrators to do that. Similarly, I would request also Andhra University Vice Chancellor to talk to the district administration. We should run camps within our campus. If we are not already running it, I am not aware because they have not seen that. If that's running is fine, but we must do this because this is what the community needs, and that's how we connect to the community. A lot of people have the fear that we cannot go, it takes time, so the university playing that role will be fantastic. But of course, our intent to community with this kind of community interaction intervention has got a dent because of our own crisis within, because of various factors. But that remains priority. That's why what we are going to do next 1 or 2 years, our focus will be with animal hospital and with BBSc and MBSc course in Parlakhemundi. So that is again that course we have thought of because that connects well with the community in that area. All the agriculture universities almost everywhere in the country are very urban centric now. So if we have an animal hospital or veterinary hospital with people there, so research or livelihood support through the livestock treatment or medication, whichever they don't get it. So that kind of focus will be there, so that we are going for an animal hospital there. In Bhubaneswar, we will set up hospital, not general hospital for us, so human beings. So that will be a 100 to 200, 300 beds, but we intend to go up to 300, but we'll start with 100 beds. So that will be our next step, next major steps. The 2 hospitals, one in Parlakhemundi for animals and livestock, and one in Bhubaneswar for human beings. So that will be our focus now, which we are working. We will always, and of course, all these hospitals will have an education linkage. Since being a skill university, hands-on and experiential and practice, these are all tripods of our entire education delivery model. So that will not be, and we are expanding in the allied health sector in every campus. So we are adding that course irrespective of location of the campus, whether it is 6 months or 4 years. So we need a hospital within the group. So we have taken a decision that will be part of Bhubaneswar. Likewise, we have taken that decision that Parlakhemundi will go ahead with the animal hospital and veterinary college there. So these are the 2 major things which is for Odisha. Andhra is a baby, and it is still breastfed, and we will continue to nurture it, and we will see that it starts crawling and walking, then jogging sooner than later. So the focus will be there, technology, working with the industry, and we will focus having the joint degree with foreign universities, which is not possible in Odisha's context, but definitely with Andhra's context. So that focus will stay there. And somebody can ask that how if you are saying that your focus is on community-centric, how that is, because that's how it is. We are doing the dual or joint degree with universities, because people who cannot afford 5 years to go to Australia or elsewhere to study, they can do 2 to 3 years to bring down the cost. So this is one way of creating a pathway for children who otherwise cannot afford to go have an overseas degree. But when we are doing all these things, we will be very careful about the ecological sustainability. All our activities should be ecologically sustainable. So sustainability remains focus. Even our partner universities, both we are talking to both Western Sydney University and Deakin, they for them sustainability is the core. So and we are whether how much we will succeed, but we for the first time we are putting together all the documents or we are putting together all our activities and applying for SDG Sustainable Development Goal ranking to the Times. We have applied already, so we are waiting for the result. So this kind of efforts will continue. We will be very vigilant, and also we will be extremely careful about the sustainability. We should do everything taking the ecological cost into account. The other thing will be always how we are useful to the community. When we do that part, but for the biggest and the most important stakeholder, the students, how we add value to their life. So the focus will continue that we do the experiential practice and hands-on delivery for them. But how the problem is with the current situation, we don't know how long it will continue. That's why we are also seeing that we are also exploring how we put all the content into 3D platform, so it becomes easy. And with students have that attention deficit. So to address the attention deficit, we are trying to work how the entire content can be on a 3D platform, which engages with them with animation, with the gaming, etc. So which will be more interesting for students to capture their attention. The learning becomes easy, so that will continue. So these are the things which we are doing, and as we have completed this year, we will have our 10th convocation, which is a real milestone. And this event, which the team has organized with, I think, from Bhubaneswar Campus Sangram and all the team members, all the pro-vice chancellor, deans, of all the campuses, they have taken lead in that. This is a fantastic. Left to me and DN, this wouldn't have happened. So you people have taken the lead, and I'm extremely grateful for that. We are not, we're not designed to position ourselves in this kind of, also which is essential, that we should have Foundation Day, we should talk about ourselves, we should market ourselves. So we lack in that. But learning always happens till death. So I think this is learning also. But this what we have started this year is fantastic thing which we have done, and this year will be 10th convocation. We hope and we pray that we'll be able to do it physically. Even Parlay this year also Parlay campus connected to the alumni network, which we will have in campus wise, even though all these students, irrespective of whether they were passed out of school or ITIs or diploma degrees, doesn't matter. We'll try to get them to Andhra campus. They're all part of, we are trying to connect the dots so that they become part of the Centurion family, including Gamtarang trainees who we try to get them, some of them who have, for last 10 years, Gamtarang has been doing training. Some of them have come back to the system to do their higher education in the university. But people have done very well who have passed out from Gamtarang without formal education. They have grown in the leaps and bounds in the skill domain with their competencies. So that also will add value to the flavor that's being called an inclusive integrated university. So we'll always remind ourselves that we are very inclusive and we are integrated. And integration means all the campuses, all the courses, people going from what NEP is talking about, vertical mobility, which Centurion has been propagating that for last 10 to 11 years. What NEP is talking about, the constituent campuses, which Centurion has been designed and enacted in that model way back in 2010. So that's why I said that we are very grateful to Government of Odisha to envision that kind of model is possible and try to create Centurion with all the campuses. These are the things which we are doing and we will continue to do. We are very committed to that. and we'll continue to do that. And for that, I solicit support and help, unflinching trust that in this journey, that this is, Centurion is not an institute. It is just a story. It is a trajectory. It is a journey. So that we will continue to be innovative, whether we speak it out or not, whether people take cognizance of it or not. Innovative in our delivery, innovative in doing things in a different way. So we will not do different things, but we will do definitely, we may do different things, but we will do things definitely differently, and try to explore very unexplored areas. So we will continue to see that how our students benefit using the technology. I'm not very good about technology, so like Centurion went online much before others. So DN became a member of the committee in government of Odisha how to bring online examination. So we went online examination much before. So Honorable Governor asked other universities, Centurion can do, why can't others do? So we have been, but people, so we can say that we don't get recognition for that. There are a lot of people do many things, a lot of things who do not get recognition. So thank you very much. With this, I think I should conclude. Anita, I think I have extended by 2 minutes. You had told me 15 minutes, so thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for all the plans that you have shared with us. Till now, with your perseverance and with your faith and promoters' faith, DN sir and all, we have advanced leaps and bounds. From a college, we have become a university, adding programs and all. And I'm sure that what you have planned in the coming days will also come true very soon. Thank you, sir, for your address. Now, Sangram, shall we inaugurate our Smaranika?
Yeah.
Second edition? Yeah.
Yeah, let me
Then
share
we'll
my
move with the
screen.
program. Yes.
Is it visible, madam?
No,
No.
it says there is nothing.
No, it has come. It's written. There's nothing to show here.
No, it's, I think, some problem.
Okay, so let's move with the program. You please adjust. We have a lot of our esteemed guests here. We'll move on with the addresses. So I would request our Vice President, sir, DN sir, to please address. Sir, if you're here.
Yeah, yes, I'm there. Good evening to all of you. But I would suggest now that people, I see quite a few people like Professor Sudhakar Pandai is there as a board member. I see Dr. CR,
Yes.
the founding members of the.
Dhanada sir is also here.
Yeah, I know Dhanada sir also have seen. I would request if they can speak first, I can speak later. That's not a problem.
Sure.
And because university is 11 years old, but Centurion Parlakmudi is 25 years old now. So perhaps with this same event, you're celebrating the 11-year-old university. We should also start the celebration, Silver Jubilee celebration this year. If I remember well, 1997 is when Parlakmudi started. So we will be the 25th. So of course, C.R. Rao sir is there from that era, 1997, with some of you. And Dhanada is there from 2005 when we came in as a new management. So Professor Sudhakar Pandai sir has been there as a university board member right through. I would request them to speak, and then Professor Padi also I see, Radhakan Padi sir has joined.
Yes.
Yes,
sir is
so
also
I've not been able to talk to him. I'm happy that he is also part of the event. So let them take center stage, and I don't mind joining towards that. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So C.R. Rao sir, please, if you can unmute and speak for us.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, visible.
Thank you. Let me, at the beginning, congratulate the university for the progress it made during the last 10 years. 10 years is a small period in the life of a university. But during these 10 years, they have made tremendous diversions and lateral expansions in several fields: skills, education, community service, and several other areas. Started agriculture, then veterinary, and as the president said, shortly we'll be starting a hospital also at the Convocation campus. It's very nice and probably a very fast development as compared to many others, which have been started in the recent years. As compared to many other universities, it has made a real progress. And for this, the administrators as well as the staff involved need to be congratulated for the hard work they have put in and for the direction they have taken. Now that 10 years have passed as far as the university is concerned, and as Professor D.N. Rao has said, 25 years since the establishment of JITM. Yes, that's right. It is started in 1997 as a JITM, and with hardly 4 courses at the bachelor's level. And that continued for some years. And till 2005, there are slight progresses, some expansion of some more courses. And at that level only it remained. But really after 2005, it has taken off very well. And the activities were encompassed a very great area. And that itself is remarkable as far as the time is concerned. Now that it is time to take stock of the development during the last 10 years, because laterally we have expanded very much. And so it is probably better to prepare some sort of documentation as far as each activity or school is concerned, how it has developed during the last 10 years, so that it becomes a record available for future. And very often, whether it is NBA or whether it is some other agency which requires rating, all this data is required, and it is better to codify it. And in fact, such practices have been made in the earlier institutions also, because I remember when 1971, NIT Allahabad has just completed 10 years of service, and I was one of the persons who was involved in preparing the document of what we have done during that 10 years, 61 to 71, and it remained as a document for several years for future planning. So in the same way, I suggest that each of these schools or various groups of activities prepare a document involving the steps they have taken, the trials we have taken, the successes we have received, the failures we have faced. Probably all these need to be documented so that it will serve as a footstool for further progress. And in that, we may include actually the developments we have made in placement, then self-employment or starting off the various startups which have been made by our old students, then the research aspects, patents, then publications, all those things can be supplemented. Similarly, our efforts to get grants from the governmental agencies or even from the industrial side, the efforts which we have made with the different universities in the form of memoranda of understanding, how they have really worked, and whether they need to be modified or dropped or enlarged. All these aspects, they will be able to focus when once we prepare a report of this. Now, based on this document, we can now plan actually what should be our approach for the next, let us say, next decade. Which areas we should go, and in which phasing of those activities, which need prioritization, which need to be taken at different stages, and then what are the inputs required and what are the outcomes we expect from it. And if the inputs require some sort of a training of the staff or recruitment of additional faculty, then we will be able to concentrate more on those ideas. So that time-bound results is what we expect from a document which is prepared on the basis of the action plan. So it should also include the financial inputs, the human aspects, all those type of things, the infrastructure. Then we will be able to really understand each and every stage of that development, and the process of development will be faster if we are able to look into it in an overall point of view. Then similarly, several, you see, as I said, hospital is community service. Well, that has been a very strong point as far as the CU team is concerned. We have been very helpful to the society in different ways by making practically uneducated or very little educated people stand on their own legs in the form of Gram Tarang and then the various skill programs. Similarly, for the highly educated people also we are doing. So ultimately, after this 10 years plan, we will be able to say that CUTM stands for this area. This is best in this particular area. And if somebody wants to get an admission into that area, then CUTM should be the priority or the topmost choice of the institution, the choice of the students. If that is the view which we work, I think we will be able to cover the progress much faster. Universities take several years to identify that area, but probably with the particular time of digitization and then the computer area, the time plan can be much can be reduced or brought down. So these are some of the things which I would like to say. I don't know at the moment because I'm not connected very much with the various activities for the last few years, but this is broadly my view of how the university should go ahead in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for always being with us, guiding us, supporting us, contributing to all the efforts that is running here. And as you have suggested, we will be 25 years. We'll discuss with you, sir. We'll also announce celebration of this 25 years of existence of JITM, the Silver Jubilee. We'll do some events for that. Thank you so much, sir. And we will. I will now like to invite Dr. Sudhakar Panda, sir. If he's here, he can speak, sir, please.
Hello. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. On this auspicious occasion, and I hope you agree this is a very auspicious occasion, I extend my sincere greetings to the chairman of the university, Professor Untitled Chapter, the esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Patnaik, and the Provost of CUTM, Andhra Pradesh, Professor D. Roy, who have been working tirelessly day and night, virtually 24 hours a day, to develop this university into the status of the world university. What we find today physically, it is the accumulated result of the tireless efforts of these people and their staff and their other well-wishers. So I congratulate all of them, including the registrar who has been working so hard, the faculty, the administrative staff, and the rest of the people who are associated with this university right from the beginning. In fact, when we talk of the foundational day of a university, that reminds us of the eventful journey which CUTM has taken right from the day it was established, and it has been growing in stature and becoming bigger and becoming taller and becoming more and more, what should I say, a university attracting students not only from the state but also from different parts of the country, and to the extent it has been extending this facility to the foreign students who are coming here to be acquainted or to learn something. And today we celebrate that day, how we have been progressing, how we have been conducting ourselves, how we have been as a university ranking ourselves in the world among the universities in the state and in the country. And therefore we celebrate that history of the journey, the joy of the journey, and try to connect ourselves with the continuing academic progress of this university, with the growth and development of the academics of this university from those initial years and the giant steps which the university taken recently today to become a campus, to have two campuses, one in Chutney, the other in Parakepuri. Now, I remember the day when the young man, Professor Bhuktikarta Mishra, was trying hard, running to the government. They want to be to every day almost for setting up this university. I cannot forget the hard work that has gone behind the setting of this university and the collaboration which Professor Rao has extended unconditionally to Professor Bhuktikarta Mishra for setting up this university. So this is the foundation which we can recollect the impediments which they experienced, the founders experienced in setting up this university, and fulfill the long cherished dream of having a university which is connected to society, which teaches subjects which are functional, which are useful to the students in getting a job in the market, and which is meaningful for the development of the society, development of the country. And today we look at this and how our students have been benefiting from this, as rightly pointed out by Professor Roy, that many of our students have been doing well and they are doing up with flying colors, and they have been doing, I'm sure they will become the best ambassadors of this university and will bring glory to this university. So foundations being this time to take the stock of the journey of the Centurion University, how far it has traveled, what are the academic achievements it has to scale, and what ambitions and challenges the university visualizes for the future in its growth chart. Therefore, we collect not only the beginning of the university, we also prepare the road plan, the future roadmap of the university, as rightly pointed out by the esteemed chairman, that they have in their pipeline they have to set up 2 hospitals. This is fantastic news for the year 2022. One at Parakepuri for the veterinary purpose, and one at Odisha with 200 or 300 bed facilities for the people of the city and the people, in fact, for the entire population. You cannot deny anybody who comes there for treatment. So when we have such a bright plan, combining academics, combining technology, combining research, taking together in your journey the students, the parents, the society, and in fact, trying to get everything into the fold for the university. This is nothing more can be expected or more can be expected of the university. We see the universities are growing in isolation. They are growing far away, not related, not isolated, but very much isolated from what is happening in the society. But CUTM is one which I have been witnessing is taking stock of the developments in technology. The technology which is directly related to the students, to the job market, and to the development of the society. It is bringing that technology to its campus by entering into collaboration with foreign companies or foreign universities. And that technology, it has been sharing with its students, training them in that technology, so that these students who are trained here become very useful to the society, to the nation at large. So it is not that we the COTM invites applications and then teaches them and trains them. No, in fact, you are every citizen, every student that comes out of COTM is a very useful one to the society, and he can immediately take care of himself, take care of the family, and make a definite contribution to the society. So ever since CUTM was set up, true to the expectations of its well-researched, the university has been forging ahead, connecting itself to the people, creating new areas of research and knowledge, and contributing continuously to the socio-economic transformation of the Parakamudi region through its Parakamudi unit of the university. The university has been, in fact, if I should say, playing a catalytic role, not in creating knowledge, not in creating, expanding education, but also it is creating opportunities for the development of the human society, development of the region. Now, CUTM, I should say, is known throughout the country, known not only country, known beyond the country. So that is how the university becomes known for its quality, known for its contribution, known for its presence. And that is what our chairman has been doing, tirelessly. I know how hardworking he is and how little time he has for himself and devoting entire time for the development of the university. Very rare, I should say, very rare. And helping him only way we have the esteemed Vice Chancellor Supriya Madam, presenting the chairman in the long journey and going and hand in hand of shoulder to shoulder, moving better. But the well-researched, the opportunities and the efforts of Professor D. in catalyzing things, I should say, is a very fast thinker, I should say. He not only talks fast, but he thinks fast also. So that also gives a lot of strength to this university. I should say he provides a lot of spiritual strength to this university and plays a pioneering role. So all these people who have been making the contribution, making the sacrifice, is in fact any contribution, anything that requires sacrifice. Sacrifice means, you forgo so many things in life to build up something. And they have been doing that tirelessly. And I'm sure under their leadership, they will be inspiring the local youth. They will be creating, people who will be also helping the society. They will be empowering the society also. And in short, I should say, CUTM has become one of the leading centers of teaching, leading centers of research, guidance, and technology, which is very much functional and related to the society in its day-to-day life. Not only that, it has also become an international center for scholarship, inviting scholars from Australia and other foreign countries. So I look forward to a very, very bright future for the university, for the chairperson, for the vice chancellor, for Professor Rai, and for the registrar. They will be leading this university. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all the good words spoken and to recognize all the efforts that Centurion has taken. And as the tagline of our university says, shaping lives and empowering communities, we have tried to live to it. And you would be happy to know, sir, that we have captured a lot of our efforts in a book, Centurion book we call, where we have put all our trainings that we have given, or research action oriented projects, or any student or research projects that we have taken, we have tried to capture it into a book. We will send across copies of that to all our members here. And also, sir, as you said, taking technology to students has become easy because we have a uniqueness in our university, industry on campus. We have so many universities set up on campus, which helps us to take the technology very quickly to the students. And in a way, students are benefited because we are very apt on it and all. So if we see, the university has started in 2010. If we go back a little bit, like C.R. Rao sir had pointed out, 97, we started JITM, Jagannath Institute for Technology and Management, as an engineering college. But eventually around 2005, there was a decline in the admission, and there was a little bit, what you can say, it has fallen back in the engineering colleges, competition and all. That's where our president and vice president came into action, and they had taken it over. And from there, the journey started, the new journey, or you can say the journey towards Centurion started. That is the time when we had Professor Dr. Dhanadam Mishra with us. Dhanada sir is here today. He had joined us as principal JITM in 2005-06. He was here. Sir, if you can speak and you can address the gathering here, sir.
Thank you so much, Anita. It's really wonderful for you to remember me and to invite me to be part of this, pretty momentous occasion for any institution. So I'm really very happy, and I congratulate all of you, especially my good friends, Dr. Muktikant Mishra and D.N. Rao. Very good to see Professor C.R. Rao sir after such a long time. And so happy to see, sir, you're in good health and as wise in your words as you always have been. Great to hear Professor Sudhakar Panda. And all the old friends, I see Durga and many others in the meeting today. So really fantastic to be here. Feel like being back again in the family. So I don't know how much time I have, but I'll try to keep it short. Just a few words that may be of some help in charting the course forward. I won't go too much back into the history. Of course, it was a really fantastic time, the few years, in a way, the formative time of the new incarnation of JITM in, like you referred to, in 2005, for the few years that some of us tried really hard to build it back. And it rightly went on to become a university and has prospered, as you would have expected. So I'd just like to add that looking forward to the future, my last 4 years have been kind of interesting in that I got this opportunity to come to Hong Kong in 2017, getting a very unusual offer, which unexpectedly to come and spend some time at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Interestingly, it is considered the #1 university in the world among less than 50-year-old universities. So it's a young university like ours, like Centurion. It's just celebrated its 25 years and continues to be ranked very highly and continues to climb the ranks of universities around the world every year. So I thought it was a great opportunity for me to come and spend some time and observe how you build a world-class university from ground up. And I must say that it was, I just came for a year, but it kind of extended for 3 years. And then, of course, with the pandemic and the traveling becoming difficult and so on, I have stayed on. And in the last 1 year, actually, I moved away from the university and working with a startup in artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is the driving force of new technology, as you know. And some of the applications this company, the startup company, is building in my field of civil engineering and building inspections and so on is absolutely fascinating. So I feel myself very lucky to be in a position to be, in a sense, at the cutting edge, learn some of the trends where things are moving. So from that experience, I'd like to share, for example, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology is just setting up its second campus in Guangzhou, just across the border in mainland China. And when they visualize this new opportunity to build an institution afresh, what they've done is very interesting. And I think Dr. Mukti Mishra referred to the National Education program and the policy, the NEP, which is absolutely great, has some very, very progressive ideas in it and so on. And I took a lot of interest in reading some of the proposals. I hope they're actually implemented because that certainly will transform the educational landscape in India. But HKUST in its new campus vision has actually rediscovered the way higher education is organized. For example, they have gotten rid of all the traditional, departmental and school structure that we are all so used to. So there are 10 areas that they have identified as the areas of multidisciplinary and cross-disciplinary research that the world needs going forward to face the challenges that we have. For example, climate science and environment, and this becomes a very key important area. Artificial intelligence and data science and all the information related becomes another area. Entrepreneurship, the traditional management related, this thing becomes another hub. And around these areas of focus, they then bring in people from various backgrounds, whether you're a chemist or a physicist or a civil engineer or computer scientist, doesn't matter. What matters is what really moves you, what you are really passionate about to contribute to solve and address a problem. And then you come into that area and become part of the group that then works. Basically, of course, university being research focused and driven, that's how it's organized. So that's something maybe we can learn from and adapt. I'm sure there are many, like IIT Gandhinagar, I know, has got rid of the traditional departmental, silos and get the faculty to sit around. There's no, distinctions and so on. So they've developed a different culture. I had the opportunity to visit and give a lecture there. So I think we can learn from some of these ideas. The second point I would like to make is all of us are aware of this new buzzword called metaverse. And as you know, Facebook has renamed itself as Meta. And so there are many aspects to that story, but the one that is relevant for us, like what Mukti Babu was referring to, is where education, especially online education and remote education, is going. And that's where the ideas of metaverse, the 3D thing that he referred to, the near lifelike, simulated environment that you can create online to capture the attention and making learning more fun, more gamified, is where the application of metaverse would be most relevant for us. And I think Centurion has a great opportunity to take a lead in that direction. The last thing actually I would like to end with maybe a couple of things. One is I'm very happy that the little aid Rural Technology Resource Center that we had started is now is being put to use by Centurion University for the agriculture and veterinary science related activities. So I was very happy to see some of the recent photographs from the aid site. So I thank all of you, those who are involved in that, and I am glad that you are looking after the place and the campus. I do hope to get back after the pandemic and get more involved in one way or the other. So that's one of the things I wanted to mention. And the last thing I would like to mention is that the university obviously has done a lot socially in terms of skill education, skill training, and CSR, which has been a big part of Mukti Babu's driving force. But one aspect that I think we should probably do a little more and be more conscious about is where the society as a whole is moving in terms of our value systems. And I think there is a huge decline in many aspects. And as educational institutions, we have a very big responsibility to address that and arrest that. And like I was trying to do while we all worked together during that period, I'm sure more work has been done in that direction, is how do we bring students opportunities of exposure to art and culture and ethics and value systems that are embedded in activities which are part of our heritage and culture. So personally, last 2 years have been really transformational for me because of the pandemic, because of lack of traveling, a lot of time to myself. So both in terms of looking after myself physically, taking to cycling, for example, very, very seriously. I have been also trying to learn to sing after all these years of trying to appreciate and understand classical arts and classical music. I thought it's time finally to really try and learn classical music, Indian classical music, and Drupad at that. And I think that effort, although I'm far from, I must say I'm in the kindergarten yet, but I think it's been absolutely fascinating and very insightful and transformational at many levels. And I would suggest, I think the NEP, the National Education Policy, does in fact emphasize that from primary school onwards, every child in India must be exposed to the classical arts. And I'm sure Anita and all of you who are in charge of our children, you must do more of that and utilize the opportunity that SpeakMake brings, for example, to do more such activities and bring great characters like our great artists who really personify some of the value systems of our traditional culture and heritage, so that our students can be inspired by that. So with those words, once again, I thank all of you. It's really wonderful to be here, and I wish all the success to the university and everybody associated with it. And I'll be ever ready to help in any which way I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhanada.
Thank you, sir.
You are more looking like C.V. Raman now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's a great compliment. Yes, yes. Anish is doing his MPhil at HKUST, and Bhavita has just managed to join me after a lot of struggle because of the travel restrictions.
When you plan to return, let us know. And in the meantime, Ian and I will talk to you.
Okay. We will. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhanada, for joining today.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the words, and your presence was always inspiring on campus, and we look forward to see you again on the campus, sir. So we'll move on, and we have Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor GSN Raju.
No, let Professor Padhi, let him speak, and then GSN Raju can talk.
Yes, Padhi, sir. Professor Padhi. Yes, sir.
All
Sir,
right.
please go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is actually a celebration, so we should not take it very seriously. In fact, Dr. Misra told just before me that he has learned some music or something. Why don't you start one? Maybe you can see the talent. Right? Not really. Okay. Let's not make it very serious or something, but these are the occasions to cherish. These are the occasions to kind of look back a little bit, and these are the occasions to kind of plan ahead a little bit. But those things you leave it to the senior management. I think all of us as a group, we should not be concerned so much about how things will lead. It should automatically happen, basically. Right? The bottom line is what we do. Okay, most of you know me, but just for those of you who don't know me, I'm a professor in Indian Institute of Science. So my association with Centurion University is well, if it is 11 years of celebration, my celebration is just 50% of that. Halfway through, I joined basically. Outside first, inside later, things like that. It's still not very clear whether I'm outside or insider, some sense. But then it is a lot of learning for me as well to interact with you, to spend few days in the campus, in all the campuses, all the 3 campuses, including Volangir, Jayagada, all sort of things. So I roughly know what is really happening, and it feel proud also in some sense. Because I mean, just before pandemic, we visited our own BTech Institute, BTech Engineering College, 25 years of celebration of our own graduation. I mean, college is pretty old, as you know, basically, right? It's the first engineering college in Odisha. But we are all shocked to see the type of workshops that they have. I mean, the university has never graduated beyond the point, actually, for whatever reason, despite having all sort of government support and things like that. So we are genuinely talk, when you see that comparison and all, I think if you talk about 10 years of travel, it is 10 years is whatever you have achieved, all of us should be genuinely proud of it. And then in the sense that it is really enviable environment, I'll say that. I keep on telling everywhere. So this kind of environment is pretty rare in even IITs. I mean, including sort of some of, not really everything, but most of the things that I see, including this new IIT, not established ones, but we should rather compare to new IITs. But many of the new IITs actually started from there, with tons of government money from center and each of the state competing with each other, right, outweigh each other. There are a lot of money poured in, basically, right? You see 1,000-acre campus right next to the university. I mean, our Centurion University of Odisha. But you see their travel, see their graph, and consider what I call as gradient curve. I mean, all of us are engineering science background. We can talk about gradient function, right? Not the function itself, basically. So how it is growing, how it is being that kind of thing. The curve is pretty steep here, basically. Right? So, and of course, it comes with its own challenges. It comes with own little bit of heartburn. It comes with a lot of our own problems and things like that. But you see overall, actually, what's really happening with the resource constrained environment, the way of achievement that has been done collectively, rather. I will not give all the credit to the promoters, of course, because I mean, the majority portion of the credit should go to them, of course. But then the university is something that is belongs to the faculty and student in some senses, right? So I think both of them will agree with me that without faculties and students, probably university will not exist. And that is what we have been told from when the day we joined IIC as well. When I came back to IIC as a faculty, a very senior professor talked to me, told, okay, what are you looking for and things like that. Then eventually he gave a suggestion or gave an advice. The initially you will be known because you are working in IIC, but later people should recognize IIC because of you, basically. I mean, at least some contribution you should have somewhere that they know you and then they connect the university for you. And each of us have lived through that generation, right? I mean, that was advice to one of my gurus when I joined as a faculty. So we look forward to that kind of a culture. Initially, we get recognized because of the university, but then we happen to contribute so passionately, each of us, that eventually, wherever you go, whatever you talk, the university name comes because of some contribution of all of us, basically. And so that is how the group culture should evolve in any of the university. We talk about any university. University is nothing because I mean the faculties don't work, students don't work, the alumni don't prosper, things like that, right? So that is what it happens overall, basically. So over a period of time, I've also kind of learned a lot about how to do your translational research. In other words, if you go to Parlakamdi and see that what is agriculture, it's known for agriculture, basically. But right there, you see so much agriculture, practical things, basically, right? If there is mushroom culture, mushroom grown. There is this, what is that, smart agriculture, poly housing, the AI there, right there in the picture. There's all sort of things we do before you preach, basically, right? That kind of a thing. And that's the culture that we should all be proud of, and our neighbors should be envy of. And they are actually, basically. So only thing is, okay, sometimes it happens to be a little straining, and sometimes it happens to be ego classing and things like that. But that we should come out of that very quickly. And also remember, we need to develop, say, one thing what Ratan Tata told, right? In fact, if you want to kind of go fast, then you will go alone. But if you want to go far, then you have to go together, basically, right? That's it. So that is the whole idea that we created these research centers. And then research center progress also has been, I will say very honestly, a little bit up and down sort of. Some centers are doing fantastic, some centers are doing little less. But having said that, we should complement each other to go forward, right? Even if you really compete with each other, it doesn't happen that way. You should compete in a little bit indirectly, but in a large sense, we should rather work closely with each other's association, basically. So that confidence culture about, okay, that's another thing that I observed. Some people are very confident, but some of us are really not that confident, basically. When you talk about doing something new, okay, that you should feel absolutely confident about, even if you don't know it, basically. So in fact, many of the projects that we do for our ISRO DRD or whatever, my association, we don't know how to solve it, basically. The problem, we don't know how to solve it. And here, some of the research center people should never think that the solution is ready. Somebody will tell you how to solve it and you just do it. Right? But that doesn't happen that way. And in fact, if you are coming back with some ideas and all that, telling that, okay, this is the way to solve and all that, I'm sure the higher management will be more than happy to see that. The solution should not come from the management telling that, okay, this is the problem, this is the facility, you solve it and all that. Why don't you become drivers for ourselves? It's something to kind of think about, I mean, in a group sense, basically. Right? And also, I think a little bit of, I mean, I'm not kind of figuring, I mean, I'm just pointing out what all I've observed so far. Another thing that I've observed is a little bit of, this is all related to something like self-drive and then integrated to national programs and all that. I would love to see a lot of you going to a lot of conferences, at least nationally, and it is visible collectively, basically, right? So, and you should not be afraid of doing that and presenting your own work. And we actually have so many things to tell, basically, right? And so that is the type of thing that we like to plan for next 5 years to 10 years and all that. And our ultimate motto will obviously work in a relaxed environment. Because environment become tense, we never prosper actually, right? So it is make sure we all collectively make sure that we enjoy this relaxed environment. But relaxation doesn't mean sleeping. Relaxation means relaxation with a purpose and with a aim actually. So we do that, and unless we achieve that thing, we never sleep. That kind of attitude we should have. And we should give that self-confidence and all that to our students as well. Now the question is, okay, now we have to be very honest with all of you. I myself am a professor, right? So we can very clearly visualize that 5 years down the line, there is no meaning of teaching. Teaching is just not required because there's so much of online material already collected, right? Online material already done that teaching is actually becoming useless because people are actually getting tuned to online also, right? If I ask our daughter whether you like offline or online, immediately she tells without thinking it is online is better because I have a choice. Okay, I don't like my ex teacher of Y subject I like, but the teacher of some other subject I don't like. I don't want that anything. So that is how it is going to happen anyway, whether you like it or not. So the only way to do that in our all sort of universities in the future probably is to focus on IP generation. That is what it is. Unless we as a teacher tell something new, the students are smarter enough to kind of find themselves out that what is there, right? So we should enable ourselves to do good research, good writing, good IP generation essentially. That we should be able to tell some story that others don't know, basically, right? So if that happens, then obviously the respect and all that thing is going to grow. So those are some of these observations. But having said that, I think a lot of positive things I see on all the campuses. You actually have to just see that the opportunity is next door. Because many places you see this cross-discipline sort of thing is very, very rare. And we have a university which talks about science to agriculture to space to healthcare to veterinary to whatnot, etc. Right? To everything is there in that. And not only everything is being taught, it is being actually demonstrated to us, right? And then our own students have become a kind of pioneers in their own business thought process as well, right? We have got a fantastic e-rickshaw thing. We've got a fantastic transformer facility. We've got so many things, right? It's all these things, positive things we should look forward to. And also, so we should not unnecessarily kind of get into this problem of, okay, I'm being told to do so and so and all. The faculties never like to be told by you. And then that is universally true. And that is possible provided we know how to tell and what to tell. Okay? So that means we actually come in a group and then we think about what to be done, it's our university specific, right? So we talk about our university, we drive ourselves and tell that come with a proposal, telling that, okay, look, we need to do this from our center. And I can tell you with confidence that Professor Rao will be very much happy to see that. And in fact, we are all very much confident that that kind of environment is the one which will give the university some sort of a self-drive. And that is what that is the real celebration. When you meet 5 years down the line or maybe 10 years down the line again, that is what the transformation we want to see basically. And of course, honestly speaking, if you really want this racing has been started, and unless either we go to that level of ranking, whether you like it or not, right? So level of this in Institute of Eminence, level of ranking, NIRF ranking, this QS ranking, whatever times ranking, all sort of things are there. But let us target one at a time. It's not like everything will do that way. And also remember, we should also find a way to kind of engage our alumni now and then. So create a lot of different programs for publicity. That we are very good at doing things, but rather not that good at publicizing our things. There are so many things to be told to the world, so many things to be given to the world. And nowadays, people don't like this book reading, by the way. Even if you write a book, probably people will not read it. So what you need to do is this video clips, small video clips, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and populate it over the YouTube and play that actually. So that can be done. Then a lot of stories can serve as a publicity drive. So let us hope our best. Look for the future, look for the better things, and then positive things, of course. And let's try to have some sort of a role model. We are already a role model, by the way, but we should not sleep until we go to the top, at least in our eastern part of the country. So I mean, I'm talking about IOE ranking, and we all know that one of our private universities is actually #1 already. Then why not us actually? I think the strength sense, we don't lack anything. It's just that the little bit strategy, revision sense and all that we need to do, which I'm very sure that it will be done very quickly. All right, so let me not take too much of time. We'll keep on meeting, keep on chatting and all sort of things. So this is actually an informal event. So feel free to give your feedback rather than listening to us. That's not, I mean, all the time we keep on talking anyway. So that's not the point. But if any of you have any constructive suggestions and all, feel free to write to us. Write to any of us rather. Then we'll make sure that the message is passed, and we'll periodically sit with you to kind of drive the direction of whatever you want. Because no matter what the senior management thinks, unless there are doers at the grassroots level, that will not materialize. And hence it makes sense to kind of sit together and devise together, the planning together and things like that. Let us do that and look forward to next 10 years, I mean, where we should be in a different basket altogether. And I'll be very happy to see that we'll be in the best 50, not even 100, I don't put that way. Best 50 of NIR ranking for over next 10 years. 10 years time, we have come so much. Another 10 years time, we should be able to be there within best 150, 1 to 50, best 50. And that should typically happen without struggle. I mean, that should happen with rather enjoyment. We should do with each and everything that we enjoy, and automatically things will come in places. That's our dream. Let's hope it will happen. Thank you very much. See you.
So thank you, sir. We'll take a look at your suggestion. We'll try to develop those short videos that you are saying, which will help us to record and also to take it to people. So that is a very good idea.
Not only that, it actually helps us in kind of doing this social media forward and all that. You will give me a 2-minute video, I'll forward 100 people already, right? That way. It spreads message very fast. And if you get 10 minutes video, nobody will see it also. Basically.
Yeah, right? It should be very short videos like you're saying.
Very short and that very impactful also.
Sir.
Can be done.
Yes. So now I would request Vice Chancellor Sir, Jason Raju Sir, to please speak.
Thank you, Professor Anitaji. I'm very happy to be here on the great celebration of 11th anniversary day, Foundation Day for Centurion University, Odisha. And I really congratulate the management, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Deans, and all faculty and non-teaching staff for doing their best to bring this Centurion University to this wonderful level. In fact, compared to many general universities, Centurion University Odisha already made a mark in various fronts, both in academics, research front, external services, and so on and so forth. In fact, I am very fortunate to have an association with Jetam right from even before the inception. When YVL and Rao and we sat together in Andhra University for some time, discussed before its establishment. From then onwards, I have been associated with this wonderful university. And even after it became Centurion University, I am proud to be associated with this wonderful university. And I'm very happy to be a part of this great university. And many speakers said several great points, how to become one of the best in NIFR rating. And I am sure this Centurion University will make a great ranking in future. I wish everyone who are involved in the development of the university. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So I would request now our Vice President, Sir D.N. Rao, sir, to please speak.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I would like to thank Dr. Dhanada for taking time out and joining, and Dr. C.R. Rao, sir, Dr. Sudhakar Panda, sir, Professor Padi, for also sharing these things. Yeah, I think as rightly said by Dhanada, yes, some of these things you'll be happy to know we are already doing. See, the problem is today, what to do, the strategy, everything is already available, right? We all know what is available to Harvard and MIT is also available to Centurion, thanks to Google, right? The best of the strategies are available, right? Okay, what IISc is doing or what Hong Kong is doing, what, the best of the industry practices are available to us. What we need to now do is how do we, first of all, customize it to our own environment. In fact, there are 3 levels of customization, whether it is the client group that we're talking about, the kind of socioeconomic regions we are serving, then the context you are talking about, right? The regional context, the social or cultural context, and the language context. Okay, all 3 are important to really kind of deliver and customize it so that it is impactful in the areas where we are doing. So that's the challenge. The challenge is in how do we walk the talk, right? Okay, and because everybody would like to be the best, right? And today, what it is to be the best is known. Let's say, you want to be Virat Kohli, what you need to do is known. But a lot of us won't be able to take the rigor. That's maybe practicing 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day, which none of us have the patience, and hence we really won't even come anywhere near that, right? Okay. So it's how far are you able to stick to those best practices, and how far are you able to drive yourself? As Dr. Padi said, how far are you motivated and self-driven to achieve? And as Dhanada also says, pursue your passion, as you say, right? If each faculty has a passion and he pursues that passion, I'm sure any institution will become great. Doesn't matter whether it's in Parlakamudi or whether it is in Massachusetts or whether it is in Pilani or Vizag. So 3 things that come out now. I see. If you look at our own journey of a Centurion, of course, it was influenced by both of us, Mukti and me, what we are and what is our motivation and passion, right? Okay. Only around 2017-18 did the institute at the university. We had some kind of a healthy disdain for, I would say that in the initial stages, healthy disdain for intellectual property, because there was too much of publications and stuff like that, and too little of practice in India. So we thought that Centurion should not become an intellectual property university, but more a practice-oriented, skill-oriented university, and that's why we started getting into the skill space, and I think we've done a decent job there. Of course, around 2017-18, we realized that we really can't go to the next level. Only around, actually, I would say 18-19, we did realize that without intellectual property, this skill thing is not going to really work. We really can't be transforming what others are, doing and bring the industry and become only a converter of what the industry is doing, but we should also be able to contribute to the knowledge. So, and thanks to that's where we have created this provost post, brought Dr. Radha and Padi into it. We started these research centers, right? Okay, there are too many, of course, about 20 of them, but but yet that what Dhanada was talking about, breaking those barriers of departments and getting them into center thinking, collaborative attitude, all the industry 4.0 or 5.0 things that we're talking about, society 5.0 things we're talking about. We have started doing it for the last 2 years or 3 years. And the results are very encouraging. The domains that we have started, the research centers, I think output in the last 2 years, if you see. At the same time, we will not be, patting ourselves on the back saying we're a young university and, institutions take time. I think that's good for Dr. C.R. Rao and Professor Jason Raju and Professor Sudhakar Panda to say that. As Dhanada said, 10 years is good enough, right? Okay, 25 years is good enough for Hong Kong University to be the best in the world. So there's no reason why Centurion cannot think of being the best in the world, or at least regionally best in the world, in the next 10 years, right? Okay, so there's no reason why we should not be ambitious, right? Okay, one thing that we lack in India is, especially coming from eastern sector of India, is the ambition. We first of all don't even aspire to. I'm sure if any of us make a statement saying we would like to be world class in 10 years, we are ourselves feeling internally that, oh my God, what am I saying? Okay, is it really possible? Am I bluffing, or am I really making posts, right? Okay, this is not something that's going to happen. So we're too much aware of our limitations. We're too much aware of where we come from, our backgrounds, our histories, baggage of history, let's say. So India suffers with a 5,000-year-old history, and that baggage will keep dragging you back to think, right? Okay, think innovatively or going forward. So yes, somewhere we have to break out, and especially coming from an area like Vijayanagaram or Parlakamudi or these areas, so breaking out is not that easy. He's saying is easy, but breaking out is very, very tough. Now, even if you wish to break out, as Professor Padi said, it's not about senior management, it's about all of us. If we are all not ready, you will crash land. You will not really go where you wish to go. Right? But the possibilities that Centurion provides are immense. All of us know it, right? Resources are no longer a constraint. I would like to say that, right? Okay, resources were a constraint in 2005, 2010. Resources are relatively, I would not say we are still very comfortable, but when compared to what Centurion was in 2005 to 2020, 2020 resources are also not a big constraint. Okay, we can put together the resources required to achieve what we wish to achieve. And especially the Gram Tarang companies being around, it's a good model that we have worked out there between collaboration between Gram Tarang and industry and campus, kind of an approach. 3 things that we need to focus on. Skill definitely is somewhere we have got our space. I don't think we should vacate it. We should keep improving it. As Dr. C.R. Rao sir said, it's not just about plumbing and welding and all that. Skill is required even in AIM and ML. Skill is required in 3D. Skill is required in radiology. Skill is required in image processing, right? High spectral imaging analysis, all kinds of topics, skill is required. So we need to kind of add that, high education, advanced skills also, which we have been doing, and we should continue to do that. Creation of intellectual property, when we say publications is only one step, we have to go beyond and create products. I think we should be bold enough to say Centurion must work on products in the next 10 years. Some 2 or 3 products should come out of Centurion's fold in the next 10 years. That should be our goal when we actually come back, let's say in 2021, 31, let's say. We should be having some products to speak about and some turnover from this product to speak about. Third thing is entrepreneurship. Odisha needs entrepreneurship. Paralakmadi-like places needs also entrepreneurship. So both faculty and students being entrepreneurial startups. So if there are 3 things that I would like Centurion to focus on in the next 3 years, one is already there, skills, which we are very strong, and we should keep continuing to expand our horizon of skills. Second is, products and production and research, intellectual property leading to products. I mean, I'm very clear about it there, where we have taken baby steps in the last 2 years. But as Professor Padi said, we have the infrastructure, we can make a breakthrough. Third, where I'm not very happy with our progress, except for the Gram Tarang institutions we have done. We've not been doing a good job of promoting entrepreneurship in the areas we're working. That's a very, very weak area as far as we're concerned. That's why we have been ranked in ARIA as a promising institution rather than or performing institution rather than an excellent institution. That's fine. But that's something that's where we have to make our impact. I'm sure if you make these 3 impacts, you are, we are about now maybe an area of 150 to 100, you will definitely move up the ranking ladder. For that to happen, there's only one thing that has to change. The faculty have to believe in themselves. Faculty have to start driving and being, first of all, ambitious. I'm not even talking about lethargy. I feel lethargy comes from lack of confidence. See, why are people lethargic? It's because people don't believe that if they work hard also, they can actually achieve it. I will not try something because somehow in my mind, if I believe that even if I try, I'm not going to succeed, let's say. I'm somehow 100% or 90% confident that I'm not going to succeed. I'm not even going to try. I think most of us are lethargic because a lot of things that we're saying, we don't know whether they will work or not. The moment all of us know that, yes, if I try something, I can get it, right? I'm sure you will not be lethargic for a period of time, or you will not be, as I said, not self-driven. That's what something we have to work on: faculty motivation, incentive structures, working out performing culture. How do you also promote a performing culture among the faculty and students? If you're able to bring in that performance culture into faculty and students in the next 10 years, I'm sure all these goalposts can be achieved. So if I would say, what is the management focus as far as senior management is concerned? Only one singular focus. How do we institutionalize performance culture, collaborative culture among faculty and institution? For that also standard techniques are there. Carrot and stick is the easiest and quickest. You can achieve to some stage by having carrot and stick. After that, it has to be cognitive, change of understanding, and then then there's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. All of us know that people will move up the Maslow's hierarchy. All the theories all of us know, have taught all our life. Just a question of using those theories wisely to create incentive structures that will move the culture from one of backbiting, one of pulling each other down, low confidence, leading to low action, to high confidence and high action. And a culture that will, like the Boston culture, or, as people talk about, right, where you could actually blow something and then still come and have a cup of coffee and talk about why it is blown, right, and then kind of rebuild that whole, this thing and this, right. Okay. The landscape in India is changing. All of you know that this year alone, 40 unicorns have been added, and they're expecting India to cross 100 unicorns this year. $77 billion of investment has come into the IP, that whole startup space. So I think next 5 years, funding also is going to be more and more. So as I said, this is what is critical for us. And I said age is just a number. So either way, whether you're old or young, it all depends on how you feel. So it's a milestone. Definitely, we should celebrate, and we should just put our goals for next 10 years very clear. And thank you very much for. I'm sure we have the people, we have the skills, we have the clarity. What is needed is faith in us and a roadmap to implement it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for all the efforts that you have been putting along with the research center faculties and all. I'm sure that what you are saying to grow in the next 10 years, to be Institute of Eminence and to be in NRF 1 to 50 and to have productions, all this will fructify along with that entrepreneurship goal that you have set for all of us. We'll work, and I think we'll be able to achieve a lot in the coming days. So I request Supriya Patnaik, Madam, VC Centurion University, Odisha, to please, Madam, speak.
Oh, thank you, Anita. I had actually said that I will not speak at all today. I was here the first day, and I said that I won't speak today. But anyway, since I've seen so many of the people who are here, in many ways the founding members, first of all, I would like to thank all of them for having come back and given their views about what they envisaged, what they thought Centurion could be, what is its potential, what it can be. And I think that's what is a wonderful thing to hear. And to as I've been hearing DN say time and again, is because we don't believe in ourselves. And I think if we, all of us, it's not just the promoters, but every one of us who are here, if we just believe in ourselves and believe in our story and believe in what it is that we want to achieve, I'm thinking nothing is unachievable. We can do it. So I have been, over the past few years, since I've been here, and my predecessors also have have brought Centurion to where it is here. And I can only think that the trajectory from here is hopefully going to achieve all the things that we've set to ourselves. So thanks again to one and all. I'm looking forward to doing what it takes. I know this COVID years have been very difficult times for all of us, especially for universities, all other educational institutions, and various other institutions. But I think we are now over the hill, and we can only go forward at great pace. And I think we should strive for that. We are making some kind of inroads in various areas, and I'm sure we'll do it. So thank you all for all your support. I can't echo that enough for what Anita has been telling. It's only because of all the support of all our close associates and also all our stakeholders that have been continuously. We had the talks from the alumni yesterday, and I was very heartwarmed to see where some of them had reached and how they look back on Centurion. So I think that we actually don't probably sometimes use those stories enough. And I think that's where we have, we can probably also take great advantage of that. So I think we will work on that as well. This short videos is a very good idea. So we'll take things forward in that front. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam.
I have one more suggestion, by the way. After the pandemic is over or even little bit subsided, we should have a real celebration. This is not celebration.
This is not celebration. You're right. Absolutely. And we should have more songs. We should have more songs, and we should probably ask Radha.
Yeah, exactly. Cultural program, all sort of things, right? That way.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It should be a celebration. Truly.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Madam. So we open the forum for experience sharing. We have our regional directors here, Pradeep Babu and Rajesh Babu and all, and we have our deans, directors. Sir, all this forum is now open for all of you to go for experience sharing by all faculty members and staff.
So rather start with the first year faculty, very young people.
Right? Yeah, we can start, sir, that way.
Yeah.
The youngest faculty, if I see, Chabrita Madam, I can see within 1 year. Madam, if you can speak, then we have, yes, Madam, you can speak because among the people who have joined, you are one among the youngest. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Like
Today
to switch on your camera as well, so let a lot of people can see you. Please.
Okay.
That is my thing actually. Sorry for that. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much and good evening, everybody. Today I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for having completed 11 years here, and I heard all the journey details from all the eminent members of the CUTM. And yeah, as per my experience of the last, I think it's going to be 8 months. So what I found good about the CUTM is its connection with the roots of the society. And whatever it is trying to do is connected to the societal cause. So especially it's the skill courses and its approach to the very underprivileged people and all. So we have seen many private universities. This is a private university and people say, okay, it is private. So we have seen many private universities, but they are all, I would say, maximum of them are the money-making machines. But CUTM has everything balanced in itself. So it knows how to serve the society and how to work for the society through its own educational programs. Especially the skill integration part is really what I found is very attractive for me. And since I come from a very basic science background, my specialization is physics. And till now I was doing basic science, but here I joined the applied sciences. And this gave me a very motivation that I should now apply all my science that I have read or understood to come out with the products, to come out with the societal, solutions and all. So I hope I'll continue my journey with CUTM, with all the support from the CUTM, and I'll be able to do whatever I am planning to do on the applied field. So, and I wish all the best to the CUTM to move forward with its aim of serving societal cause through its research, be it research or the educational programs. So I wish all the best and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think probably we missed to inform on, almost everybody knows about it, that we should also be proud of some of the recent achievements of our own alumni, and also not lesser than the ISRO chairman himself. ISRO chairman is also our degree holder, basically, right? We should also be fully proud of that. And of course, sometime I'll make sure that at least he speaks to us in some sort of a virtual platform. Right now, this is not the time. He's under transition, maybe a lot of pressure here and there. But once that is stabilized, probably we should make out some time in some celebration, when the real celebration happens, let's say.
Yes.
Thank you.
We would request others to please join and on this platform for the experience sharing. Rajesh Babu is here.
Madam.
Yes, Kontu.
Thank you very much for giving a chance in this platform. Actually, so many intellectuals are there. And since I have started my journey with JITM from 2005, and almost it is 16 years of journey. And I feel proud to be a part of this university. Fortunately, The Raigada campus also started during 2011. The same, this is 11 years, we are the same 11 years also completed to Raigada campus. However, we have worked with Mukti sir and president and vice president since last 16 years, and it was a great experience for us, and it is a great learning experience also. And I can say that it is Centurion is a house of full opportunity, and we have to explore. So we have started this campus with only 13 students, I remember, and now we are having about 1,300 students in Raigada campus. So the support and the financial support or moral support, whatever has given by the senior management team, really it is grateful. And I think Raigada, in Raigada, there is no such university, let me tell, there is no private university, but still the institutes which are existing, they're not up to the mark, and almost all of them are collapsed within 10 years, but we are existing since last 11 years, and this is a great thing. And even though, as presidents are told, we are working pro administration, and here we are supporting with administration, and administration is also having a very good impression about our campus. So almost the similar kind of thing, the similar kind of thing like Parlakemundi and Bhubaneswar we are running here. So I need further this kind of support from the senior management team. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving a chance to speak in this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh sir. I remember, as you said, that it has become 11 years and all. I remember the day when I had also been there, the minister was to inaugurate the campus. And it was for skill development. You had put up 1 or 2 buildings with hostels and all. Yeah, it has been a long way. Nageshwar Rao sir, Professor Dr. Nageshwar Rao sir, late Nageshwar Rao sir, he had to go there, but suddenly he had some problem, so he sent me. So
you can,
I remember, yes, the first day when it was being inaugurated, I was there. So congratulations to you to bring up the campus to this level in this short period of time. Thank you, sir. Thank you for support. I think Pradeep ji was here. Now he is not here. Jagannath Padi, sir, if you would like to come and speak.
Thank you, Dr. Anita. It is more than a decade, 12 years I've been here. The day I retired, I become young again when I joined in the
You need to be it'll need to be a little more young to put your video on. Like to see your young thing.
Oh, my computer is old. So anyway, I'll put it on through my mobile. Anyway, the journey has been fantastic. And it's really nice to be among the youth and guiding them, motivating them to work together and feel the pleasure of working together and getting a result. So we have been through the best and worst. In my experience, the worst day was when one of our students succumbed to the injuries in the road accident, maybe 10 years back. And anyway, things happen like that. It is all part of life. And perhaps the best feeling I had was when in the national level, our skill development team got gold. And I think 3 of our students recently won. And that is indeed make us proud. They live up to our claim of being a skill university. and making a name at national level. So, and when I joined, where I am sitting now was the topmost floor. And now I have 3 floors above me, above my head. And we have laterally expanded also. And one good thing that has come up now is working across the departments. There is nothing like when we do some projects, we move across electrical, mechanical, and of course, computer science. And as Dr. Padi, you have been suggesting, we should overcome this division of branches. We should work together, and any project or any skill, it requires involvement of all the department of engineering. So that is what we have been doing. We have been trying, and we have been successful to some extent. And particularly in this renewable energy sector, we are going to apply it in everywhere, in all the fields where renewable energy can be applied. And students are showing interest from science, from botany. Of course, our engineering students, they're all joining our renewable energy courses. And that is surely a positive sign. So that's all. It has been good to me when I look back. And yesterday only a student came from, I think, 2014 or 15 batch. He is into some fidelity industries in a consultant, financial consultant. And when he passed, he begged me for a job, and I requested Abhinav Madan, and he got a job in Gram Taran. But now he is into say 50 lakhs per annum pay package, and some IITians are, what he says, some IITians are working under him. So it was all good to hear that. And now, as you said, one of our alumni is now ISRO chairman. I never knew that. Anyway, it is certainly a good news that somebody from this institute is the new
Honorary, we gave him honorary PhD 2 years back.
In last year, 2020, Convocation week.
But you said he was a graduate from this college?
No,
well, I mean, he's a degree holder from the college.
Honorary PhD
Oh, degree holder. Okay. Nice way of telling. Yes. Yes, okay. So that's all, I think. So I have been trying to show my face, but this computer is not agreeable, it appears.
So you have transformed the university through transformers.
Yeah.
What about that journey? You should share some experience on that.
Yes, of course. See, when I joined here, always I say, when I passed engineering from Burla, in 1973, I passed engineering. And I tell my students, most of your mothers were not born when I passed engineering. And those 5 years, I had never seen the inside of a transformer. And I went into the core electrical engineering sector. The first challenging job was a 100 MVA transformer failed, and it was I, with pride I will say, it was me who took up the challenge of not to sending that to Crompton Grips and got it repaired at site. And there was some Vivekanand Patnaik, Mr. Vivekanand Patnaik was the chairman. He came, and even now, about 5-6 years back, when he came with our president, he could recognize me. Oh, you are there in Kolab. So indeed, then I said, when you do a project, don't buy it. You can see in Bhubaneswar, there are things, Ethare BPUT project mile, there are boards who are selling it. Now they have come in these years. See, we thought we started transformer repairing, and the students have a fascination for bikes. So we said, you go and convert it into e-bikes. So they all came up with their own ideas and fantastic bikes they have done. But some more enterprising people, they thought, okay, we'll go for e-rickshaw. And these two things have started from student projects, which we are really proud of now. And Tatas are buying e-rickshaws from us. So yes, the experiences are many, many things can be told. That's all, I think. Dr. Padi, I should stop here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I would request Babu Shankar sir, if you can speak a few words. So I think sir was here. Now he has left.
He's also fairly young.
No, but I think just now he has left. I cannot see him. Maybe he just disconnected. Yeah. So we can move on, and we have a lot of speakers. Professor Nagesh, if you are here.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, Nagesh sir.
I'm there, ma'am, but inside a mosquito net, just recovering from COVID.
Sir, you need not put on your video, you can speak. I think Padhi sir will agree to this.
I know that's why he said
Well,
it before.
mosquito bite has nothing to do with COVID, by the way.
Yeah, but he has switched on, so we are able to see you, sir. Please
So
recover soon.
I've been associated since 2010, and then I've known DN before. I had seen him in Kalahandi many years ago. The same energy, what I have seen in 1989 Kalahandi, same is still going on. And of course, Supriya ma'am, all of you. So I find it really amazing how much all of you are able to put in and drive the place. Despite, I'm used to seeing so much money at IIT and IIIT, well-funded and underutilizing. Whereas here, with whatever little is there, how much more, what Padhi sir was saying about gradient, return on investment is simply too much. There's so much we can teach others also. I really enjoy my journey. I hope the next 5 years is very critical, and I think we'll leapfrog to the next level. We have already achieved a lot, but I think we're going to go to the next thing in the next 5 years. But last 2 years, I miss being there often enough. Hopefully, this will all open up in a month too, and we can all meet and celebrate, like Padhi sir was saying. And thank you.
Thank you, sir. We would request.
It is getting one-sided. You should give some young people again.
Yes, so we would request people, our faculty members, staff to speak. Please come up. Soumya, you can speak. I think Ashish can speak. And I think our Dean Student Affairs can speak.
Everybody can speak. Rukmini she has done wonderful things. She can speak.
Yes, Rukmini has bagged 2 projects in her name.
Very good afternoon to all of you.
Please come up.
She's also a young member of the team. So Ashish is just saying.
Yeah, Ashish, if you are speaking, yes, come
first, I congratulate Centurion University for this 11th year of success. Where the last 5 days, what have been celebrated, listening to alumni and sharing their experience, what they have told now, how Centurion University important on skills, different projects and domains, how faculty members and others have integrated the things. So they have shared their experience. It is really nice to listen from the alumni that what you work on. And main thing is for the improvement of the university, our senior management team, our promoters, their vision is very much clear. That's why the university is growing in a such fast mode. And if I name certain things like certain master strokes being played, like in the last few days, what Danes are told, 1,000 interns to be integrated, student interns. So obviously it will come up in future, like when you integrate students to project, and we have also started. And we're also feeling the same now when you're integrating students from different projects. Things are coming in a good way, and they will come, will be not lacking in publications, projects. So it has been started, and students are also now integrating. Hope by the end of this year, we'll be integrating 1,000 interns who will work with productions, projects, and other things. It is always with our senior management team is always encouraging the faculties and also motivating, guiding throughout. Obviously, this guidance is required because or else we'll move way out. The thing is that, so I congratulate the process and the vision so that the university is going in a so fast mode, and hopefully we all faculty members will cope up and will fulfill the dreams and will work hard towards this. And hopefully another 5 or 10 years will be in a great position to share our experience with all our credentials, what you have done, which are in baby stage now, and we can showcase that in a better way. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Ashish. Babu Shankar sir is back, so I was requesting him to speak. Sir, if you can speak. I'm taking a few snaps here, screen prints. So if you all can come on video. Padi sir has finally come on video. So Jay Padi sir, yes.
I told him already, young face is already visible. Thanks for that.
Okay.
Looks younger now.
Yes. So Babu sir, you can speak.
Good evening, everyone. While everyone is switching off their video, I'll quickly share a few thoughts on what I have experienced over the last 1 year. While CUTM and JTM is going through the 11 years foundation, for me, it is almost a year since I have been associated with Centurion. And what I came in and what I'm doing now is something totally different from what I have done in the last 3 decades in the corporate world or in the consulting field. There's been a long time where we keep talking. If you're given a chance, what will you do? You keep cribbing about the education system. So now between Mukti sir and DN sir, given an opportunity to see what a little bit I can do in changing the education system, and wherever I've been sharing what I'm doing or where I'm associated with, everyone is so thrilled about hearing what as a private skill university, what all we can do. And one of the things which somebody working in a private university said, you guys are working because you are passionate about education. We are working because we are passionate about making money. So there is a difference between the other private universities and what we are doing. It is for us, it is passion. For others, it is business. And because it is passion, that is why we see 26 research centers, or there's so many reviews which both the promoters or trustees are spending time in doing. I've associated with a couple of other universities. Nowhere have we seen the promoters spending so much time on developing the university. They feel they've developed, they put in the money, now you guys run it. I mean, that at least I've seen that's not the way both Mukti sir and DN has been running this university. They're spending a lot of time which nobody else seems to be doing, and it is showing results. The time which they're spending on each one of the activities, I wouldn't call it micromanaging, but understanding what is happening across all the centers, all the universities, all the campuses. It requires a lot of effort, and that is showing, and that also puts a lot of pressure on people like us. If 2 of them can do it, why not you? Why not you also spend that much more time and energy in seeing what value addition you can do to the university, the people, to the work which one I'm doing. And I'm also learning every day. I'm learning from a lot of people. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time with Professor Pati and a lot of things to learn from him, from his experience and the way he manages things and people around, still doing it, continuing to doing it, and hopefully we'll be there for all the celebrations which comes in the next 10, 20 years. Thanks, ma'am, for the opportunity.
So thank you, sir. I would request Amrendra sir has joined very recently. If he can speak a few words.
Ma'am, have you taken the pictures? Screenshots?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. So Amrendra sir, can you unmute and please speak a few words?
Good afternoon, everybody. I joined CUTN just 2 weeks back. I have got some experience, but with my experience earlier with academics, I could assess how far this young university have gone. It is CUTN has a separate identity itself. It is not just a conventional university, neither just a conventional technological university, nor a conventional basic science university, but when it says it's a skill university, it really means it, and the people associated with have been sincerely working. The telling about the university itself will not be sufficient, but the other side which prompted me to join this university was to just see that unlike other universities, we have cross-disciplinary research, which will come out as a product or a process. It may be patented, it may have intellectual property right, that's a secondary issue, but the first and foremost is to develop a product or a process. To develop a product and process, all the faculties, whether it is humanities, social science, economics, management, science, which you call applied science, or technology, all have to come together. It is sometimes it gives me pain to hear that no, they belong to this field, they belong to that field. But I think graduation, when you graduate to meet the challenges of the society, it is not just a baccalaureate degree that you obtain, a piece of paper. It is a graduation degree that you accept the challenges of society and solve the problems. When you solve the problems, becoming a graduate, you have to have various interdisciplinary and cross-disciplinary knowledge. And this I have within 2 weeks interacting with the faculties from different spheres. We have already experienced that they are open, but they need some sort of eye-opener or some incentive not in terms of any quantity, but in terms of quality. So this quality has to be developed gradually, and the young faculties, because CUTN, if you take the average age, is around 40 years, and 40 is a very young age and a very productive age. I think they can achieve anything if they need, because they have 30 to 40 years to again contribute to the society. We are developing interdisciplinary and cross-disciplinary research projects. Initially, I have discussed with people from Bhubaneswar Center, few with video conferencing, and telephonically with Parlakamdi and Balangir campus. We have come out with some fruitful things. Time will say when actually they get their project sanctioned. That will be an achievement for all the young faculties of CUTM. But I am pretty sure if this trend will continue, CUTM will achieve its zenith, will have a standing in research itself, besides their skill development and societal responsibility. Thank you all for giving me a scope to work with all of you, and we'll work together. I'll be visiting different campuses to interact with all the faculties and administration, so that we'll bring out good, societally responsible, interdisciplinary and product-oriented and process-oriented research projects, which will be beneficial to all of us. Thank you very much.
So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. This forum is now open. All of you, each one of you who want to speak can come up. I think a lot of people are there who would like to speak. Please come up one by one.
Well, this is the problem. Unless you tell the name, then probably the self-drive should
Yeah,
be there.
lot
right?
of people, a lot of my colleagues I can see who have been here for very long are also here. They can come up and speak. I can see Durga sir is here, Nanda sir is here. Please come up, sir.
Provided they are really there. That's video is not on. How do you know? How do you know they are there? Only computer
They are,
is there.
yeah, they're there in the participation list. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Computer is participating. Person is there or
No,
not?
Nanda sir has come up. They are there, sir. They have switched on their videos also, you can see.
Perfect.
Good evening to all, and namaskar to all the elder persons are here, like C.R. Rao sir, Mukti sir, DN sir, Padi sir. I have been associated in this JITM as well as Centurion University since '99, and I have seen my entire career here itself. I have never gone to any places. I have seen the days, and I have been involved in all the activities of Centurion, and like we are feeling this is like my university, our property, and our institute. The way we are doing all those things, and hope the things which are running in terms of academics, in terms of other things, research, entrepreneurship, everything is like good enough for students learning. Students, what I know, students, all the passed out students, present students, everybody, they are happy. And our colleagues, the newly joined faculty members, and our authorities, anytime when we are discussing, when we are addressing to the students, to the faculties, we are saying this is the right platform where you can start your academics, where you can start your research, where you can start your like anything you can like gain the experience from Centurion. I think nowhere you can see this kind of environment, atmosphere. And this is not like this boundary is not like confined to your only like curriculum. You can go for exposure to other campuses and even abroad also for gaining experience. And the institute and our ex-management and the present management, they are very cooperative, and we have seen all. And I can proudly say we are at Centurion, and we are doing well. Our students are doing well. Definitely all the credit goes to our managements, two of our good personalities like Mukti sir and DN sir. Under their guidance, we are doing good things, and hope we will be doing also better and better in future. Thank you very much.
So thank you, sir. As Nanda sir said, even I would like to say this is the only job I have done. I always say that I have joined JITM and now at Centurion University. Only my buildings and seats have changed. Sometimes this building, sometimes the other building, but this is the only job I have been doing. Thank you, sir. And Durga sir, if please come in. You were there. Yes, please switch. Unmute, sir. Unmute.
Good afternoon to all. Actually, I am also, this is my 16th year here in Centurion. Though it is not my first job, it is my, I think, fourth job. But here, the way I'm working, we are getting the support from the top management. I will not use the word promoter. Actually, promoter word will be different, in my opinion, because all the promoters, they are my teachers. We are growing not only you are the first skill university or the first state university, Odisha state, approved state private university. In my opinion, also, we are the fastest growing university in India, I think. Though we are diversified, we are moving to this direction, that direction. This is, we are going only because not only we are profit minded, we are supporting the community. Main plus point of our university is that not only we are supporting the community, we are supporting the students. Always our management is giving importance. How come maximum things we'll do inside the campus only, and we are giving importance to the practical than the theories inside the campus. And what more I will tell, this last 16 years we have learned a lot. The way Anita madam told that only shifting the building, same thing also applicable for me, different position in different place, but same Durga Padi, move this side to that side. And hopefully the way we are working as a team, and not only the university will grow, always it will be example for others, other university, the way we are handling the community, the way we are handling the student, the way we are handling our staff also. It is a good example for the others also. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think Dendra Reddy sir is here, and Somi Tukil sir also, I would like him to come up and speak.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, sir, to all who are present here. So I'm happy to be associated with the 11th year completion celebrations of the Centurion University, and which was formed in 2010. So in fact, I joined in 2016. I first came for to be here for 2 years. But after joining here, I continued to stay here, and I have completed 5 years because of the atmosphere which was provided by the management for working. The working conditions are so nice that they have given full liberty in many of the things, many of the aspects, even in management and in curriculum development, as well as in recruitment of the people. When we approached the management for recruiting more people, so that we can maintain a good ratio in for getting the ICR accreditation. And in fact, this is one of the best college, MS Swaminathan School of Agriculture, which is having many units which are useful for training the agriculture experiential learning program. In fact, I have seen many agriculture universities which were not state agriculture universities which are not having such a wonderful units. So which in fact yesterday and for last 4 or 5 days I was taking the viva of the agriculture experiential learning program students. When we were asking the students, they are having more and more experience in the what program they are doing, what wherever they are working in the units. So this is one of the unique opportunity for the students to get trained in experiential learning. And one more thing is that because of many agriculture universities, private as well as in some of the universities where they are not getting the admissions, many faculty of those universities are recommending the students to take admission in the Centurion University. This happened because of persistent management has taken care in getting the institute accredited by ICR. ICR accreditation has improved the standard of the college as well as in the minds of the people who are looking for study in agriculture. This has helped, and also this has grown from 2017 onwards. We are offering the MSc programs in 4 branches, and we are going to have 3 more branches to be added next year. Similarly, we are offering in 5 branches PhDs also during last few years. So this has grown in a way that from 2013 to 2021, so this has grown in expanded like anything. And also faculty who are joining, they are getting better training here for publications as well as writing books. So this has helped in building up their career as well as their credentials, which will help them in getting good opportunities, good jobs in coming years. So this is the, and only thing is, so we have to achieve many more things, and we have to get good rankings in national ranking portals. And this will happen only when all the faculty, all the people who are working here, then only it can be achieved. So as Professor D.N. Rao sir has said, that we should believe in ourselves. So that believe in ourselves, when we have the confidence, then only we can believe. So confidence building is more important. So that can come while working only. So we have to work hard, and so that we can achieve the many more things in the coming years. So I wish that the university will get good rankings in the coming years. And I thank the management as well as the Anita madam for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sumit sir, if you can come up. Hello.
Apologies, I'd like to take it off. I'm unfortunately got hit by the COVID. My voice is like totally in a bad shape. But it's really been a great pleasure to be associated with this institute, with this university. I've been here for the last 4 months only, and it's really been an eye opener. And having come from the corporate sector, working there for more than 30 years, this is really a great and different experience. Lots of mountains to climb and lots of activities to be done. My congratulations to all of you, and hope to make it a better place. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else would like to come in, please? Yeah, Rukmini madam.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Actually, I'm traveling, but very good evening to all of you. I'm really very happy, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I just want to say, ma'am, like when I joined, as a normal all faculty, they will be having this. I'll be a faculty member. I'll start my research, and always wanted to have my own lab. And finally, I'm very happy that Dean sir has given me this opportunity. Also, I thank BC ma'am for supporting us in all whatever we wanted. And in this last 2 years, I just now the situation what I am here, I feel that it is now my responsibility, being as a either as a head or a RC coordinator or a domain coordinator. I feel that I have to do a lot. We need to bring a change and also strengthen the research. So every time I have an interaction with the audience, I always feel that really nothing is impossible. We need to work on what we are not good at. But if we don't know something, we should come out of the fear and we should try to learn things and just go ahead. So thank you all. I also thank my mentors. I thank Babu Shankar sir, Dipankar sir, and also Professor Pathi sir and Anita ma'am, everyone actually for the support, my department members, my student. I'm really very happy. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, madam. I saw some of the pictures. The lab has really come up well. And I think your domain students are also very excited. So thank you.
Thank
you. Anybody else would like to speak, or we can go towards the next agenda? So shall we move to the next agenda item, Sangram?
Yes, madam.
Was he able to get the Smaranika?
That's what. First he'll take us through all the prizes, then he'll also show the Smaranika page. Yeah. Over to you, Sangram.
Thank you, madam. So as all of us know that we are having this celebration for the whole week. So during the week, we also had some competitions among our staff members and the students. So I just want to read out the names of the winners of the competition that has been held. So for the staff members, we had a competition for the volleyball match. It was 2 teams. They were divided among the staff and faculty members. And that was divided like this, Team Orange and Team Green. So Team Orange won the match. And in the team, there were people like Durga Charan, Tapan, Smarajit, Ranjan, Mohammad, and Subhas. And in the runners-up team, Team Green, so we had Subhendu, Devabrat, Kausik, Suryanarayan, Amit, Purnachandra, and Rasminanjan. These are the staff members. I just called by their names. And we also had student competitions. So in student category, we had painting competition where the winner is Shraddhanjali Pantel, MSc Botany. Second is Somyadeep Naya, BSc Forensic Science. Third is Somyaranjan Kantha, Diploma Automobile. The third competition was poster making competition. In that, we are having the first prize winner, Akash Kumar Behra, MSc Chemistry. Second prize, Jignasa Pradhan, BSc Optometry. And the third prize winner is Stan Thakur, BTech Biotech. And the next competition is debate competition. And the winner is Anushka Butt, MBA. And the runners-up is Akash Pradeep Das. So congratulations all the winners. And thank you all the participants for participating in all the competitions. As all the classes are being held in the online mode, only very few students are there in the campus. So all the students, they will be getting their prizes once they're in the campus. I would like to request Dr. Atanu, we had one competition from Pallakamandi campus, if you can share the results with all of us.
Yeah, Dr. Atanu, I would also say, since it was a short video presentation competition on all AELP units, if you can showcase the first 2,
sure,
it will be good. Yeah.
Sure, ma'am. But actually, I have joined through this mobile. I have to go again join through computer. Yeah.
Yeah, please do that. Please do that, and you should.
In between, shall I go ahead with showing the
Yeah, please,
Smaranika?
Smaranika, you can inaugurate, and Atanu will come back with videos.
Yeah, let me share my screen again. Hope this time it will work. Yeah.
So thank you. It's working.
Yeah. So all
We
the
could
credit
see.
goes to Dr. Atanu. Dr. Atanu has made
Yeah,
the
I
cover
know.
page.
Thank you, Atanu, for your creativity and this wonderful
Yeah, last time
front page.
we made it.
Who has done this cover page? Atanu.
Atanu himself does,
Yes,
sir.
Oh,
The
excellent.
banner that we had, sir, for 11-year celebration, he has made it.
But this one is very good. Very
Thank
good.
you,
Atanu.
sir.
But the
Thank
only
you.
thing is that Stepping Lives Empowering Community, their colors should have been in red.
Okay, sir. We'll change it.
Okay, because you can't read it otherwise. But anyway, that is always in red.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
We'll change it, sir.
But excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you, Atanu.
Anita, I have the first one, Smaranika, the first one framed and kept in my room. I would like the second one also. If we can get it, then I'd frame it and keep it along.
Sure, sure, madam. We'll do that. We'll do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Atanu, are you, if you're coming up with your...
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm just 30 seconds. Just a minute.
Till Dr. Atanu shares his screen, can anybody shares some thoughts for Centurion so that we are on live in YouTube?
Yeah, the others can go ahead with sharing their experience. See, number has come down from 99 to 35. People have left because it's 5:43.
Yes, they have started to travel, I think, by bus. They might have joined. Anybody else who would like to share their thoughts? I can see Padmaja madam, Yashashvi madam, if you all can share your thoughts.
They must be traveling now by bus.
Yes, yes.
So we are waiting for what? Atanu is what he's doing now.
I'm sharing that video.
Sir, we had put competition for the students because ALP students are on campus. So they have made very short videos on the ALP units. That was the competition announced for Pallakimdi campus. So they have got a lot of such entries. So they have chosen the first, second, and third. That's what he wanted to showcase, the first and second.
This World Skill Boys and Girls, was it a video or just a presentation?
So they had made a presentation and we have the YouTube link. Actually, everything is being live, so it's all on YouTube. the link that I shared. That was day before yesterday. They had shared the experience. It was very exciting, sir. They really have worked hard and they showcased it very well. And it was very good inspiration, I think, for all the other junior students to go for the competition.
How many students were there that day when they were presenting?
Seven students, sir.
No, not the presentation. On YouTube, watching the presentation. That's what sir is saying.
Have you checked how many have watched it?
Yeah, let me check.
Atanu, are you sharing? This is your screen. Hello, Atanu, is this your screen?
Yes, ma'am. This is the video screen.
I think you have to, is there a sound? Then you have to share the sound.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, we went for because of this COVID situation, we have cancelled all the physical competitions, and we have announced one 12 hours challenge for video making. The concept was that they because only some of the students who are working now in campus in AERP units, they have tried to capture the major activities. We have received within 12 hours, we have received 19 videos of 19 units. And out of these videos, actually the video which has been created by the students who are now working in this protected cultivation of this Vijayanagaram campus, we went for some blind review from our faculties, and we found this video should get this first prize. As because they didn't get that much time, in spite of this, students have done a good job. I'm sharing my screen. I hope the sound is there. Ma'am, sound is there, na?
No.
It's not started as yet.
So no, you have to share the sound separately. Go into that,
unshare, and while sharing, share with me.
No. Even here, you go last, to that last column, and then there it will be share computed sound. You have to do that. In Zoom, you have to separately share the sound.
3 dots.
Yeah, the 3 dots. You look at 3 dots. It must be there.
The 221 views for world skill presentation.
That's very low.
Agriculture unit. We are the students of BSc Agriculture final year. We are working under protected cultivation unit in Centurion University of Technology and Management in Vijayanagaram campus. Actually, we started cultivating high valuable vegetables like tomato, brinjal, capsicum, chili and zucchini on mulching beds. We prepared 13 mulching beds of black and silver alternatively, and we have planted 50 saplings on each bed. The main benefits of mulching are it increases soil fertility and humidity, it consumes less water, and it is mainly used for suppression of weeds, and for better yield, growth and development, mulching is very useful. All crops grown out nicely and distinguished visitors praised us. During our ALP program, all our faculty members guided us and we tried our best doing our work.
So, I will be explaining how we made these 13 mulching beds. First, we have selected the land. It is approximately 250 meter square area land. Then ploughing operation is done. We ALP students along with 2 laborers made this 13 raised bed first. The bed length is 12 meter and the width is 1 meter. Then the height is 20 cm and gap between one bed to another bed is 50 cm. That is drainage channel. Then we applied fertilizer doses. It's basal. It is DAP, MOP and urea. We have mixed the fertilizer and applied it. Then we labeled it. Then we cleared all stones and weeds from the raised bed. After that, we have covered the raised beds with mulching sheet. Alternatively means first silver then black, like that. Then we covered the mulching sheet with soil around it to fix it properly. Then we made holes in the mulching sheet.
Here we have cultivated 5 different types of vegetable crops under mulching. They are capsicum, tomato, zucchini, chili and brinjal. Coming to capsicum, it is omega variety, chili bangaram variety, brinjal F1 hybrid 38, zucchini is yellow variety, tomato Sagnata Saho variety. We had done stocking in tomato and capsicum due to prevent the fallen of plants due to overweight of fruits, and also we drenching the fungicide with copper oxychloride to prevent fungal infections, and also we done insecticides like imidacloprid to control the tomato whiteflies and chili thrips. Applied fertilizer application and foliar application with Nutri-Spray Gromer, and also we have harvested and marketed
the video which got the first position according to the faculty reviews, and we're having another I'm showing this mushroom unit. They got second they got Ma'am, these are the 2 videos out of this 19 videos which has been selected by the reviewers.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Very,
thank
very
you.
good.
Yes, thank you, Atanu. Thank you. They were good. So congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think those 19 there's somewhat possible quality. I would suggest that some of them can be put on the Centurion YouTube page. So, generally people do watch these, some of the videos are very, very well watched by many people. So it'll be good, especially that mulching thing, wherever there is some description, not just music, but some description is there. I'd asked Sukant as part of admission team now to look at all our labs and put them on. The videos are ready, but we need to put in some writing, some voiceover, and then post them in the Centurion YouTube page, so that these all will improve the visibility of Centurion. Dr. Padi's thing, we actually did like BB says it, Earth file. It's a 2-minute film, so we did enterprise file long time back, but that would need very high level of expertise to be able to tell a story in 2 minutes. They actually cost a lot of money. 2-minute video perhaps could cost as close to 20 lakhs. But we'll have to see how it can be done functionally at a cheaper cost. So, and maybe we have to get our media school to be involved in this. Telling a story in 2 minutes is not easy. Right? Okay. So, but we'll try that. We'll try that.
Yes. Swapna, madam, are you there? If you can, I was looking for you for sharing some of your experience. Hello. Hello, Swapna madam, are you there for sharing your experience?
I saw her just briefly.
I think Madam was closing the session.
Not there now.
No, I was
How can she close
looking for
Centurion
her.
University?
Sir?
How can she close Centurion University? I'm saying.
No, close. Closing SARS link.
Okay. I'm saying, but if she wishes, she can close because she is the settler for the trust. Okay, so.
But I wanted her to speak.
But why didn't you tell her before? She was, I think, there.
No, I had invited her. I had put some messages also.
So I
but
think
I
you
was
can
looking...
close with her. So why didn't you call her and ask her to talk? It will be nice.
Yes, Sangram, if yeah, I'll just call her. Just a minute.
I'm calling.
She being the reason behind this whole, enterprise. It'll be good to get her.
I think she was in some other name. I was trying to.
No, she was using Mukti. I saw under Mukti her photo brief or some time. Maybe she was closing the account as. I tell Mukti is there on the line.
It's not picking the phone.
Let me see where they are.
No, Swapna madam picked the call. She told that she is busy with sir doing something. So she can't join.
Okay. So I think we missed asking her to speak. I was looking for her name and I was not aware that she was under. So I put a message also, but still I missed. Yeah. So we have come to the end of the program, the celebration.
Yeah, I think she's joining. I've asked her to join mobile because I think she's connecting Mukti with some other call on Zoom. So she'll do that and she'll join. Maybe we'll close with that.
Sure, sir.
Let me see if anybody else has not spoken in this list.
Many have not spoken.
Pradeep is not there in the list?
No, he had joined briefly for first half an hour. Then
Somnath suddenly is Pradeep with you?
Somnath Babu.
Good evening, madam.
Good
evening. Is he with you in the institute or he's gone out?
Sir, not joined due to network issue. He's traveling.
Okay. So when are you starting the 25th year of celebration?
Sir, after this, we'll plan for it. Every month, we'll announce some event. We'll try to do that. After this event, we were having this in hand. So we have not.
Yeah, because I just find out from CRO sir which month in 1997 it started. Maybe October, I think it was.
I think November. Sir is here.
Sir
Here
Pradeep
also.
sir is joining. I called.
Sir is there.
Can I speak?
Yes,
sir.
Actually, it started, I think Professor YBN Rao joined somewhere in the month of June or July, 97. He came initially. Then I came at the end of August. And I think the classwork started sometime in November. Because the building.
But did you have any official day as a foundation day, sir, for the university college?
I don't think we had any such thing. No.
Okay. You are not aware when Murtiraju laid the foundation opposite to the trust house?
I think you see, it must be sometime in June. Not exactly sure.
Okay. But the college actually started, classes started in November.
Yes, because of the delay, there was nothing at that time.
I understand. Yes.
So actually, there was heavy rains also during that time. So
I'm aware of all the problems because at that time I was in XIMB, but still was in touch with Murtiraju Garu and AJ Raju, going to secretariat all the time.
The
all
two
by JV Patnaik and all these people. So I'm aware of the whole problems that Parlakamudi went through before it started. Yes.
The two sheds on both sides of the central workshop.
Yes.
They were constructed first.
I still attend. I remember attending even a meeting where
it
is Bhagavat, that higher education minister Bhagavat Mohanty, Karji and JV Patnaik actually.
Actually,
right.
4 branches have been started, and obviously we need some rooms actually for the classwork, etc., and also for the laboratories. So the laboratories, of course, started a little later because of the late arrival of the equipment and other things. But the classwork could not start until the rooms were there.
Yes.
So
the earliest I came was 1999, I think. So,
yes. So it started somewhere.
I visited at 99, yes.
November, the classwork started.
Incidentally, I don't know, most of you don't know that when we were in XIMB, there was a proposal to start a rural campus in XIM because there was this criticism that it's a Jesuit institution and it's only elitist. So the director asked me to work out a proposal, and we looked at the JITM Parlakamudi as a possible XIMB rural campus. And Bobby, I spoke to Bobby, and Bobby also said, yeah, I don't mind XIMB taking over JITM. So in 1999, we visited. Me and Professor William of XIMB visited JITM Parlakamudi. We talked to Murtiraju Garu and even we gave a proposal. And he even agreed. In fact, there was MOU to be signed between XIMB and Murtiraju Garu. But then later he started, the same year he started, I think, medical college.
That's the problem.
And he felt that he needed the money from the engineering college to go for medical college. So somebody told him in Vijayanagar, if you give away the engineering college, how will you fund the medical college? So he withdrew actually. Otherwise, the whole MOU was done. It was a revenue sharing arrangement. It was not a sale arrangement. It was like the management contract. So XIMB was supposed to take over the entire JITM.
Right.
And at that time, in fact, Father Kashmir was the director, was quite happy to do that.
Actually,
in fact, 2 of us, me and Professor William, came and spoke to, and almost the MOU was even drafted. Murtiraju Garu said, I will sign it, but then later he developed cold feet.
2000 summer, actually, Dr. YVN Rao came to Vizag because he was a little unwell at that time. And subsequently, at the same time, as you said, they were trying to start that medical college.
Yes.
I also had come at the end of 2000 November. I also left, then came to Vizag. So subsequently,
when we visited, I think Malla Someshwara Garu was the principal.
Right.
Yes.
Then it went on decline, and then you had to come at 2005.
Because when the proposal was discussed, it was with Professor Malla Someshwara.
Yeah.
He was the principal.
Sir Pradeep
Sir Pradeep Babu has joined, so he can share his experience. Pradeep Babu, please, we would like you to speak and share your experience. Please share your experience, sir.
I think Pradeep is gone mute again.
Yeah.
So just check if Swapna can join, otherwise we'll close.
Pradeep Babu, please, please unmute and speak.
मैडम मोटे स्मशान भितर अछि मोटे एम्प्लॉई रो बापा एक्सपायर करे मु सेडी जस्ट पहुंची छी सर
Okay, leave it. Fine.
Okay, okay.
Take care of it. Okay.
So Swapna, have you joined?
No, it doesn't appear so. I think we'll close then. Fine, leave it.
Okay, let me give the vote of thanks.
Yes.
So for this last 7 days, we have been doing the celebration starting from Monday. We had different events. So I would like to thank all of them who have contributed to this. So I would like to thank Dr. Atanu and Dr. Sangram, who actually were anchoring all the things, and they have planned all this, the agenda they have prepared. They've taken help from Dr. Dipankar, thank you, sir, and Dr. Pragya Pani. So thank you so much for all this. Then we had plantation drive where our students, faculties, and deans have come together. Thank you all deans, directors, and professors, and faculty colleagues who have come up for this event. We also had our students participating in skills who had come up with their presentations, and Dr. Nitesh and Jitendra, they all had coordinated this. Thank you so much. And it was really exciting thing. I would request all of you to please, all our faculty and everybody, to watch that YouTube link. It's very inspiring, and it's very you can say overwhelming to see our students perform at a national level. Then we had also got our deans to present for the schools, and the students also had prepared videos on campuses. So that also went very well. And then we had our RC coordinators presenting their achievements for the centers. Thank you all the RC coordinators, and it was really, really nice to see how much we have moved. With so we never thought that after 2 years we'll be here. When we started this on August 15, 2020, the RC centers, we were not imagining that we could go, and it all channelized, it focused every research persons who want to really do research and want resources, all that has come and into the focus, and we have been able to bag so many proposals based on it. Thank you all of you. Then we have our regional campus heads coming and presenting, and so many videos were sent from different campuses. I'm sure that faculty and student have together made them. Then we had Board of Governors members coming and presenting today. Thank you, sirs, Sudhakar sir and C.R. Rao sir and all. I had also asked Aditya to join due to some problem issues at his office. He had some work there, so he could not join. I had asked Dr. Haribandhu Panda sir. I would like to thank him for being a part of our journey in this 11 years. Sir also had his vaccination dose today, so he said that it will be difficult for him to join. The time is actually overlapping. So thank you. And I would like to thank all our alumni who had come for the alumni talk. In a short notice, we could gather such big crowd, like around 20 people had come and spoken. Thank you for that, and thank you Savita for coordinating. Thank you Sangram, Pragya madam, and all the deans for coordinating and bringing all the alumni to the platform to speak. Then I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor madam. Madam had always been encouraging, and she had been giving her ideas how to do it. Though she was held up this week with some personal issues, but still she was all the time available, and she was actively participating in each of the events. Thank you, madam. And the web team and the MRC team, CSR team, they are the backbone for this whole program. They are the backbone for this whole program, and they have always been there, made it live, different videos on YouTube, and CSR team, the students, faculty, and the whole team have worked for us. Thank you so much. Dhanada sir, special thanks to you that I just approached 2 days back and you have agreed to come. Thank you so much, sir. So with this, I think we will have many more events to celebrate. we'll plan ahead. We'll, like Dr. Padhi was saying, we'll make some enjoyments, entertainments also. This time it was a challenge because our students are not on campus. So a lot of activities which we tried to plan had become changed, and they were modified, and we had to settle at different other things. So next time again we'll plan. But of course, as sir was suggesting, the next celebration will be Silver Jubilee of JITM. We'll also try to celebrate that. We'll plan out well, so that our faculty members who were working with us earlier, our faculty colleagues, they are at different places now in India and abroad. We would like to come and invite and either join. We'll do it a hybrid mode so that anybody can join online, or people who are ready to come, and many are willing to come to campus, they will be here along with C.R. Rao sir. C.R. Rao sir, you are being missed in the campus for last 2 years. We have not been able to meet. So we'll have that event. Thank you so much. And President and Vice President for giving their time. Radhakant Padi sir, who was equally excited when I first posted, he gave a call. What are the events? What is that? And if time permits, I'll join. So sir was here full time, and thank you. I think if Swapna is here, she can still speak. If Swapna, have you joined? No, I think so. So it is the end. Sangram, if you would like to add something, otherwise we'll close.
No, madam. Thank you so much. We can close now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you all. Thank you all for this week-long celebration and giving you all your time today. Thank you all. We'll close, Sangram.
Yes, madam.